This is CitizenTruth.com, and today we'll be talking with Georgette Sordellini, an activist and organizer with the Sunrise Movement, an environmental group fighting for urgent action on climate change. The Sunrise Movement most recently made headlines when occupying the offices of House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi alongside Representative-elect Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez demanding action on climate change. Thanks so much for joining me today, Georgette.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me.
So, can you talk a bit about the central mission of the Sunrise Movement and how you initially got involved, and
Yeah, def
what your role with the movement consists of?
yeah, definitely. So Sunrise has been around for about a year and a half now. Our goal is basically like to stop climate change, and create millions of good jobs in the process because we have like a right to a livable future and to clean jobs. So this movement was founded by young people because we are, we're the generation where a lot of this is at stake. So I initially got involved in Sunrise about 10 months ago, in January, February of this year. And so a little bit more about like what I've been doing with this movement. I'll tell you a little bit about a program we ran this year called Sunrise Semester, where we had about 70 young people go all in from June through the midterm elections with the goal of engaging young people into the political process, and making climate change an urgent priority. And pushing candidates to put that at like the front of their platforms because we know we don't have we have like 10 years to actually like make change. So I was a regional lead in Pennsylvania. We were focused in a few states, and so we had movement houses for this program where we had young people ages 18 to 35 live together, work together, to just go all in and make this an urgent priority for the midterm elections, which I think we accomplished. Young people had the largest turnout in over 100 years, and we helped the Dems split the House.
That's awesome. Um, can you talk a bit about your experience sitting in Nancy Pelosi's office and the aftermath of that event?
Yeah, definitely. So we sat in Nancy Pelosi's office on, I believe it was November 13th, just a week after the midterm elections. Um, so the reason we did that was as soon as the Democrats took back the House, Nancy Pelosi announced, basically bringing up this like ancient committee on climate change, saying that we need to like do more research and talk about it, but we know we need to do more than that, especially with like the short time that we have to like make a difference. So we took 200 young people to sit in at her office. Of course, we couldn't all fit in there, so we lined the halls around her office. And I was inside the office, and we were sharing our stories, and there was like a lot of energy, and it was just really wild to see how many people are terrified for our future and want Democrats to stand up and like just stand up for us. It's either stand up or step aside. So I was there when Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez came in, and gave a very empowering speech about why we need this now, and we don't have time to bring up committees. We need a Green New Deal that's actually going to transform our society and our economy in a way that like is in line with what science and justice demands.
Okay.
So it was a really incredible experience to sit in with that many young people like concerned about our future.
Yeah. So I understand that uh, about 50 Sunrise activists were arrested as well. Can you talk about that a bit?
Yeah, sure. So we sat in Nancy Pelosi's office for a couple hours, less than that, and 51 young people were arrested outside of her office, to stand up, saying that we need our leadership, we need our politicians to stand up for our health, our well-being, and our future, and that means supporting a Green New Deal. So 51 of us were arrested and put ourselves on the line, put our bodies on the line, because we don't have time to wait, and so this was like the moment where a lot of people decided that this is the time to show up and to do something and take action. And I think that's what allowed 51 of us to like make that decision to put ourselves on the line, because this is worth standing up for, because we don't have time to wait.
What are some of the major future objectives for the coming years for the Sunrise Project?
So yeah, I guess there's a couple things. The one of the biggest overlying things that we are pushing for is clearly this Green New Deal, and we're already looking forward to the 2020 presidential elections, and any presidential hopeful, any presidential candidate hopeful for the 2020 presidential elections. We need them to refuse money from fossil fuel lobbyists and executives. We need anyone who is running on the Democratic platform to take the no fossil fuel money pledge, refuse those contributions, and also supporting the Green New Deal. Like that is something that we need to happen. And so we are pushing for any presidential hopeful to do those two things. And in 2020, we will also be launching Sunrise Semester again, a second time, but bigger and longer. So we'll have more young people going all in to elect climate champions, because we know that we need like a complete transformation of our like food, energy, and transit systems to actually see the change that we need. We need green jobs, and so that is the main objective going forward, is getting people into office who are going to champion this legislation that we need to see.
That's really cool. And what would you recommend to someone who is interested in getting involved or helping the Sunrise movement?
Yeah, that's a great question. So there's a couple things that people can do. There's more than a couple things. So the first one I will say is on December 10th, 2018, just coming up, we are holding, Sunrise is hosting another action in DC to flood the halls of Congress, pushing for people to sign on, because this is right before the session ends for the year. And so this is our chance to have we have 15 Congress people, elects and incumbents signed on to the Green New Deal right now, and this is our last chance. So we are having hundreds of people come out to this action. So if people are in or around DC, they're welcome to join us there. I would suggest going to sunrisemovement.org/GND to find out more information about the Green New Deal. So that's just like one upcoming thing that people can like get involved in. Another thing is we are funded a lot through grassroots donations or grassroots organization. So if people aren't able to like donate their time but are able to donate money, that is something that like fuels this organization and allows us to keep doing the work that we're doing. So that is also a way that people can like actively contribute to the work that Sunrise Movement is doing. And also if people are like want to volunteer and help, just go to our website, and there are ways that people can get plugged in. Our movement has grown so much. I think we have 13,000 new young people involved since our November 13th action, and so like every day we're just growing and growing, and really excited to see all like the people that just like want to jump in and make a difference.
All right. Thanks so much for coming on to talk to us today.
Yeah, thanks so much.